So you've heard of this Amazon influencer program thing and you want to get started. Well, you're in the right place because I've helped dozens of other people get approved and start making money with the Amazon influencer program. And last year alone, I made over $100,000 with the Amazon influencer program on just one of my accounts, having barely made any content and working about 2 hours per week. So in this video, I'm going to go over how to get approved for the Amazon influencer program, how to get approved for on-site placement, and how you'll make your first money with the program. So let's get right into it. So there's essentially two sections for approval for the Amazon influencer program. The first section is something that I would call the AI approval section, which basically just means that an AI system will either automatically approve you or automatically reject you. This is strictly based on your engagement on social media accounts. It could either be TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, or Facebook. Now, this doesn't mean that you have to have a huge following. I've seen people get approved with a few hundred followers. The main metric that they'll look for is engagement. So how many likes or comments on your photos and things like that. The good news is you can apply basically an unlimited amount of time, so there's really no risk in trying. In order to sign up, you go to the URL, and I'll leave it on screen right here, or you can just Google the Amazon Influencer Program USA, and then you'll see the top link there. And then once you click on the website, you'll see this, you hit sign up, then you create an account, you enter your information, and then you get taken to this page here. Then you'll link to one of these 4 social media platforms and you'll log in, and essentially you'll instantly be approved or rejected. If you're approved, awesome. If you're rejected, no worries though, you can reapply, and there's actually some specific steps that you can take to get approved that don't involve trying to grow organically on social media that I'll talk about a little later in the video. So something really important to keep in mind is you can apply basically an unlimited amount of times. It literally says check eligibility, so you can just check right now if you use social media accounts and see if you get approved, which you might surprise yourself and get approved. And if you get rejected, again, it's not a big deal. Keep in mind that you do need to have a public profile on one of those 4 platforms. And like I mentioned, you don't need a big following at all though. I've seen people get approved with 600 followers on Facebook. Amazon doesn't really give any specific metrics, and I think that they do this on purpose because they can kind of change them kind of every now and then. I've seen accounts get rejected and essentially the exact same account get approved a couple months later. Some things that I've seen work more consistently and reliably is to have over 2,000 followers and a minimum of 100 likes per post, maybe 5 comments and things like that. That isn't an exact science. Like I mentioned, somebody can get approved with 600 followers. It's just general guidelines that is more comfortable to get approved with. Now, if you don't have a social media account at all, or you have a smaller private account, there are some alternative methods that you can use to get approved, even without having to create an account yourself. But we'll get into that a bit later in the video. So at this point, let's say that you applied and you got approved. Awesome. You're part of the Amazon Influencer Program now, but the only issue is you can't really earn from it. You'll have a storefront and a shopping list where you can create affiliate links and different things like that. But unless you're a popular social media influencer, you won't really have a lot of traffic to make money from that. So when somebody talks about the Amazon Influencer Program, they almost always talk about this. There's something called on-site placement, which means that your videos will go directly onto the Amazon listings. This is exactly how I made $13,000 last month without uploading any new content in the last 3 months. So in order to get approved for on-site placement, you need to upload 3 videos that meet the Amazon Influencer Program best practices, community guidelines, and a few other steps. So let's go through this entire process. So the video that you make should check all these boxes. It shouldn't have any external links. It should accurately tag products. It should not support any unsupported actions, does not mention price, does not ask for any feedback, doesn't use Amazon intellectual property, which basically just the logo, does not disclose private information or use defamatory language, and does not have spelling issues or errors like that, and a few other things. And I'll leave a link in the description to the full list of this information if you want to check that out for yourself. When you make these first videos, the video should also clearly demonstrate the product. For example, how to set up the product, how to use the product, maybe show the product in action. Clearly describe what the product is, what it's for, and other relevant information. Now, a common issue that people run into when making these first 3 videos is what products should they make these first 3 videos on. The first thing that you should avoid is consumable or one-time use products. These are things like drinks and food. All these can be sold on Amazon normally, but you don't want to make videos about this for approval. You also want to avoid very simple products. So for example, maybe books, a mop, a mug, fork, anything like that. Again, all these products can be sold on Amazon, and they might be fine to make a video after you get approved, but for approval, you want a product with some level of complexity. So what do I mean by making a video on a product with some level of complexity? So for example, it might be something like an air fryer, a microwave, a phone, a camera. all that type of stuff. For most people, this is going to be some type of electronic. It's not mandatory to do this, but Amazon is looking for videos that are demonstrative, and it's easier to do that with a product that's a little bit more complex, and you can get more into that product. The video should also be at least 1 minute in length and should be filmed horizontally if you're filming on your phone, so 1080p quality, so very similar to the quality of a YouTube video, which pretty much every phone will normally do anyway. You'll also need to make sure that whoever is on the social media profile that you sign up with is the same person in those 3 videos. That can change after the approval process, but for this section, it needs to be the same person. Amazon is also looking for basic quality standards. So for example, having a decent mic or just standing decently close to your camera or your phone, that'll work perfectly fine. And if your audio isn't as good, you can always use a free software like Adobe Podcast, which is just an audio AI enhancer that can make your audio sound better. And the product mentioned should also be clearly in focus and the focus of the video that you're filming. This all might sound a bit overwhelming, but it's a lot easier than it sounds in a lot of ways. I'm just trying to cover all the basic information that somebody would need to get approved for the Amazon Influencer Program and the on-site placement and any issues that might come up along the way. Now, after uploading those videos, it'll say a video is processing. And then after that, it'll either say published or rejected after about 6 to 12 hours. This doesn't mean that you've been approved for the program. It just means that the AI system hasn't detected any issues with your video, and now it's ready for manual approval. You'll know you're in the manual approval stage when there's a progress bar showing 3 out of 3. It'll be on the top left of the page. And after you upload those 3 videos, you'll have to wait about 2 to 7 business days for somebody to review the content manually, and then you'll either be rejected or approved for on-site placement. If you're rejected, you'll have 2 more attempts, or else you'll need to reset the program with a new account. So take your time with those first 3 videos, but at the same time, don't overthink it. You have pretty much everything that you need to get approved right now. After you get approved for the on-site placement, all the videos that you upload will be eligible to go directly onto the Amazon listings, and you'll start earning. So after you get approved for on-site placement, upload a few more videos and you'll start earning pretty much right away. Now, here's the thing. There's a lot of strategies out there to get approved for the Amazon Influencer Program without having a big social media account or having almost any audience at all. And after you get approved, it's really only the first step in the program. So if you want help getting approved or just want to learn my full strategy on how I'm able to make 6 figures with the Amazon Influencer Program, working only about 2 hours per week, I'll leave more information in the description. So just check that out. Yeah, I hope that this video is helpful, and I look forward to seeing more of you guys get approved for the Amazon Influencer Program.